Hey, welcome to episode number 18 of the Ask Sri Vishwanath Vedanta show. And in today's video, we are going to speak about the two words that can lead you to the source. So today's question comes from Christopher from Michigan. He says, my biggest problem is my inability to connect to the source, connect with the source and enter into superconscious state. I've done everything possible, but I have not attained the highest experience. So here's the thing. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, there are two words, and these two words are experience and realization. Experience is called the field, and the realization is called the field knower. So in every experience, realization is hidden. For anyone who studies the field and the field knower, so every experience is called the field. And in every field, the field knower is present. That is the realization. So in every experience, good, bad, negative, positive, whatever damn thing you have, the field knower is present. So first, let me tell you what a field is. So a field is an experience. So there are three types of bodies we have: causal body, subtle body, gross body. So in the the field is comprised of avidya, your false visualization. Why false visualization? Because there's nothing else other than the Atman. So we are making it up because of the sattvic, rajas, and tamas guna. So in the causal body, your false visualization is avidya. And the reason why this is important is because when you sit for prayer, everyone, they sit for meditation, say, I'm going to have a deep experience, I'm going to have no, you should be positioned in antakarna. Antakarna is the barrier which divides the field from the field knower. So on the top of the antakarna is these three bodies: causal body, subtle body, gross body. So causal body, the field is called avidya. That's it. You don't have to break your head. Now, in that field, always remember, in every field, the field knower is present. Now, this is the biggest mistake which everyone is, I got to attain an experience. No, you have to see the realization in every experience. You have to acknowledge the presence of the field knower in every field. Whatever field you are either in the causal, subtle, or gross body. So in the causal body, the field is the false visualization. So you have to acknowledge Krishna's presence, whatever God's presence in that field. When you do that, it does not matter if the false visualization is there. It does not matter if a negative thought comes. It does not matter if you think the dirtiest thought. If you can include the field knower, if you can acknowledge his presence, because without the field knower present, you cannot be conscious of any thought, feeling, or experience. Is that clear? So your job is not to, I got to attain that highest experience and be in bliss and floating around in the heaven. All that nonsense you have to drive away from your head. Because not even in billions and billions of lifetimes, you sit for meditation for the rest of your life, you're never going to get it if you don't realize these two words, experience and realize. In every experience is present the field knower. So your job is, when you are sitting for prayer or meditation, there will always be some other damn thought, feeling, or experience. No matter how much great it is or how much low it is still a field. You can have the highest philosophy in the world, but it's still a field. So Krishna says, in that you have to acknowledge the field knower, and when you do that, you are in the highest part. So in the causal body, the field is called avidya, and there you acknowledge the field knower. Next is subtle body. This is the most dangerous, which we are in the waking state. So in the subtle body, the field is made up of 5 knowledge organs. It's called indriyas, which is, and they are all in the face. You see it, eyes, sight, smell, what do you call, sound, taste, and sensation, skin. All is present here. These are the 5 knowledge organs. And then there are 5 action organs, which is hands, legs. It's called karma indriya. Now, this, most people have no idea. I'm going to tell you something, so please listen carefully. I'm not talking to you hands and legs basic thing. This is very important. Hands, legs, speech is also called karma indriya. Karma indriya means they are action organs, and then the reproductive organ and the defecate organ. So there are 5 action organs, 5 knowledge organs, and there are 5 prana, movements, the one which moves. And then there's mind and intellect. So here's how it works. The moment you get up, this false visualization, first what starts moving is the knowledge organ. So you might hear something, see something, smell something, and you're not even realizing that. So that's the first affected is the knowledge organ. Then that gets passed to prana, and prana then passes it on to the mind, and then the mind passes it to the intellect for validation, and then the intellect through the atman, and then we raise our hand or we speak or we do whatever we want with our action organs. And what is all this passing around? All this is the false visualization dam. So we may think, oh, like if you're thinking, you are the subject and object. So it's a very big deal, which I'll cover in some other video. Now, let's say I'm thinking something. There is no second person. I myself am the subject and the object. So we ourselves are doing all this drama. So this false visualization. So you can catch the thief in the subtle body because there's no second person at all. See, so in the subtle body, these are the fields. And it's impossible for any person on earth to escape all this. So we shouldn't try to be smart, but you have to study the field. That's why if you go to www.magicofgod.com, you can save a couple of decades. Now, in this field is the field knower present. Always realize that. So let's say you have some image is bothering you. So some person is troubling you. And it's like, your blood is oozing out. But here's the thing. Even if you pray for 4 seconds or whatever, a few minutes, you acknowledge the presence of Krishna, of whatever God. That is what Krishna says. Again and again, Krishna says this because for you, for me, I don't care. You bring the greatest sage on earth in this planet. He is or she is going to have some damn thought feeling, which is other than the Brahman. Otherwise, we can't be alive. And what the Krishna is suggesting is, for most people who are not going to understand anything of all this, is include the field knower. See, you just get into this habit of including the field knower. So that means you include realization in every experience. So it doesn't matter what experience. So that's the subtle body, the field. And then the gross body is very simple. It's a gross body. So these are the 3, causal, subtle, gross. They are called fields. And in each of this, we get an experience. So in the subtle body, we have got thought, feeling, experience, past, memory, this, that, all that stuff. And in the causal body is only a false visualization, if you ever you reach there. And gross body is it's karma. So the goal of spirituality is to attain liberation. That's the most important goal. And when you include the field knower, I am the field knower present in all fields, you are guaranteed liberation. And the second thing we all want as humans is to change our destiny, if something bad karma. That's why Krishna says, do this, include me in every. So there's a field knower and the field. There is a experience and realization. Your job is to acknowledge realization in every experience, not to attain highest experience. So that is your job. The moment you sit for prayer is, you don't bother about having a great experience. Oh, I'm having to. The moment you include the field knower, your concentration will be sky high. Your confidence will be high. You can have a greater manifestation, and that is realization. That's why Krishna says, fix your mind on me. Let your understanding be absorbed in me. Henceforth, doubtless shall you reside in me. You see, this Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, this body which we have got, human body, it is the only body in this planet Earth which can realize the self. How? Krishna says, through worship. Only the human body can worship. It's the Atman itself. which is nothing but God. I am the Atman resident in the self of all being. Your job is to worship. Worship the field knower in every field. That is your job. That is the job of a human body, of a human being. And that we should practice every day. So that is very, very important. So whenever you pray, always acknowledge the presence of the field knower. By using visualization, visualization is the most important. And so you can go to www.magicofgod.com and to learn the secrets of visualization. Visualization, you visualize, called Bhavarajya, visualize. So this is very important. You have, when you do that, you will be able to renounce this experience. See, one of the most silliest and most foolish thing which has happened in this whole last 10, 15 years is this idea which nuts have propagated into this millions of spiritual seekers. I want Nirvikalpa Samadhi. You know, people are like, oh, you know, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, some experience has to happen. You don't need any experience. You know, which fool has put that thing that for you to attain self-realizing, you need to get Nirvikalpa Samadhi, you get to get that experience, this experience. People are not educating themselves. They're listening to all these teachers who are just taking people for a ride. If you read the Bhagavad Gita, you read the chapter, The Field and the Field Know, or you can go to www.magicofgod.com, you can get free lessons. You will realize that you don't need all these things. Krishna didn't in the battlefield in the Bhagavad Gita, you know, teach him some meditation, some, high philosophy. He educated him about the Atman and about false visualization. And he taught him the greatest secret of visualization. So get rid of this idea. When you sit for prayer, your job is to worship. You have to fall in love with God. That is your job. To men and women who exclusively meditate on me, I bring them prosperity and security. Meditate meaning worship. You have to love God. You have to include him in every field. So then what happens? Because no one on earth can stop a thought. Most people think, oh, you know, I want to be calm all day. That is not possible. Then you have to just forget it. These sorts of false dreams which people have, I want to be calm the whole, you and I can't be calm. We have got so many things to do. And the most important thing is thoughts just keep on coming. They come from a previous life because of false visualization. Our job is not to stop the thought. That's not where we get trouble. We get trouble because of false visualization. That's why you should include the field knower, you see. You should include the field knower in every field. You should worship, worship, You have to go to kindergarten and we have to learn worship. And when you worship, everything will change. You will attain liberation by the grace of God, and also the big problems in your life. Today, worship has been lost, which is why the whole humanity is suffering. And all these fools are telling how to do breathing. What a shame it is. It is a shame, especially in a country like India, where worship is not being told to people. And all these various experiences and yoga and breathing and all that nonsense is being thrust on people, and people are becoming more and more engaged in the subtle body. This should not happen. Your human body is given for worship. You have to fall in love with God. And when you do that, magic happens. So include the field knower in every field. That's how you connect to the source, Christopher. And you can go to www.magicofgod.com for getting further details. Thank you and God bless.